Hi and welcome to the first video in our new series where we take you inside our daily video analysis. Every day we break down our surfer sessions, giving them personalized feedback to help them progress efficiently. In this first breakdown, we're working with Jessie, an intermediate surfer who's focusing on angling her takeoff. The goal is generating speed right from the start rather than dropping straight to the bottom of the wave and losing it. We hope you find these insights interesting and useful, but remember, these analyses are built specifically for each surfer session. What works for Jessie might not be exactly what you need, and that's why we tailor our coaching to each individual.
All right, hey Jessie, and welcome to today's theory. First and foremost, maybe have a piece of paper and a pen just to make some notes and write any questions down. If you do have questions, hopefully I answer them as we go through the theory, because that's always the way I like to do things, is I like to have people write down questions as we go and then be able to answer those questions at the end of a theory session. What I want to do with your theory today is go through your angle takeoffs. I want to really just kind of give you as much information as possible so that it's clear in your mind. I think we're pretty much most of the way there, but I want to just really hammer home a few points. Then we'll go through your on-wave surfing and your turns, and then I just want to talk you through, it's not really anything new, but just a reminder of where I'm trying to go with your surfing and the things I'm trying to get you to do. So kind of your mid to long-term surf plan. So without further ado, let's just watch an angle takeoff, okay? Alrighty, and then let's start again. So the first thing I'm thinking about as I'm paddling into this is, I'm thinking, look, I need this wave to be steep enough so that I'm catching it, okay? And so actually my paddles to start with, I've kind of straightened the board up. I was a bit like this and I was like, you know what, I don't think I've got it. So I straightened the board up and this is kind of my angle right now. It's pretty much perpendicular to the wave. I'm gonna do that until the wave is steep enough that I know my nose is lower than the tail and I know that I'm gonna catch it. Gravity's gonna pull me down and change my inertia. It's gonna mean that I can stop paddling and I'm gonna keep going, right? I've caught the wave. And as soon as that happens, right now, as soon as that starts to happen, I could pop up. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna angle my board, and I'm gonna angle my board with my paddles. This is something to write down. This is something that most YouTube and Instagram surf coaches kind of get wrong. I'm gonna angle the surfboard with my paddles. 1, 2, and 3. Right, that third one gave me the most angle actually. And now my board has gone from this kind of angle to this kind of angle. So my board is suddenly angled. I angled the board with my paddles. Now from there, I'm gonna keep that angle by doing a look and a lean. Okay, so look at the profile of my face and what we can see. We only see one eye, one cheek. Okay, and that's a good indicator that I'm looking not just along the line, but I'm looking at the top of the wave and reading. This is useful information that's gonna tell me about what the wave is going to do. This is great. Okay, this is where my board might go, but honestly, this is not telling me about what the wave's going to do and how it's going to change. This is the most useful part of a wave, is the lip. So I'm glued to that. In addition to that, when I get into my lean, okay, so there's the look and the lean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my body weight to keep the angle of the board. I'm not wrestling or fighting. I'm simply engaging my inside rail by leaning my body weight on that inside rail. If the camera can see the underside of the surfboard, if the camera can see the bottom, it means I'm engaging the rail. That wave is going to hold me up, okay? That rail is going to hold me up on the wave. That's what I meant to say. I'm going to have speed, which equals momentum, which equals stability. And we spoke about that urge or that idea that you need to have a quick pop-up back foot first or both feet at the same time. Well, look at this pop-up. I don't pop up, because I'm going along the wave and I've taken away that need, that rush to pop up, okay, that urge to get to my feet quickly. I've focused more on looking and leaning in order to stay high. So when I do pop up, look at my eyes. I'm going to keep looking in that direction the whole time. And what that really helps me do is it helps me maintain the inside rail pressure and it helps me stay high on the wave, okay? There we go, once we're up, we're riding, we've got the stance check, feet, hips, arms, head, and when it's time to turn, front foot moves first, as you said, then back foot, and the board is going to pivot around the fins there, okay? No need to do anything crazy with my upper body. So that's the perfect, not the perfect example, that's the perfect scenario, okay? We do 5 paddles straight, the wave picks us up, we do 3 paddles to the side, we look, we lean, we pop up. But as I said, you're gonna meet waves at different stages in their progression, okay? This example, okay, Martin knows he's catching the wave the second he starts to paddle. Okay, how does he know that? Well, this is clearly a wave that's dark and it's about to stand up and start to get steeper, okay? He knows he's gonna catch it, so all his paddles on this one, and you did a couple of those, and it was really brave actually, the couple you went for. All of his paddles are in this direction. He's gonna straight away paddle the way he wants to go. He's still gonna do the look and the lean, and he's still gonna pop up, okay? He didn't paddle straight for that example. Whereas this example is the complete opposite, okay? This is a wave that I'm really not sure I'm gonna catch. Look at the facials I'm making. I'm trying really hard to catch it, and I'm paddling and I'm paddling and I'm almost giving up, and I think, okay, just stay straight and keep trying and keep trying. And I end up taking off straight, okay? With a little bit of angle at the end, just from a look and a lean. So we're only going to angle once we know for sure we're going to catch the wave. And if you do take off straight, make sure it's towards the back of the board, because you're going to need to turn straight away. So hopefully that makes sense. What I could have done for this to be a perfect demonstration for you is this moment here when I did catch the wave right now, I could have done 3 paddles to the side, couldn't I? I could have gone 1, 2, 3. And that would have been the best example for you to see there actually. So let's have a look at the ones that, sorry Jesse, we got to do it. Let's look at the ones that went wrong, because that's where you're going to learn the most. Okay, I'll just let it play. And what I would say first of all is it's super brave. Okay, it's a steep wave, it's jacking up behind you, and you've started your angle paddles already. So you've done that part. You've started paddling to the side. You didn't paddle straight, so that part is excellent. And at this moment here, you are definitely 110% looking. So what's gone wrong? Why don't you stay high, and why don't you fly past this section here? Because you could. And hopefully what you're saying is, I can't see the bottom of the board, I can only see the top. So that means that the rail isn't engaged, okay? You're more twisting your body around as opposed to chest up, just leaning on that inside rail. Okay, so that was the small thing on this one. This would have been very impressive. And I forgot to say, all the ones where it didn't work out were brave waves. They were the waves that you needed to have the angle takeoff. And that's what we're learning it for. We're learning it for critical waves. Okay, so that's why you drop down low. We couldn't see the bottom of the surfboard there. Let's just have a little look at what it looks like with a split screen, just so I really hammer home this point. Okay, we're both paddling. We've got very, very similar paddle strokes. We're reaching the wave at a very similar time. Our angle's almost identical at this point, isn't it? And then right here, everything changes. I focus on looking and leaning and staying high. This would be your trajectory if you did the same thing, traveling up through here. I show the camera the underside of the surfboard there. Okay, that keeps me high, that keeps me going along the wave, and that is what we're trying to achieve with that angle takeoff. Okay, here goes another one. Hopefully this one's nice and straightforward for you. You didn't do any side paddles. Okay, so that's a nice easy one. The bottom turn would have worked on a soft, slow, high tide wave. This wave just wasn't a soft, slow one, was it? It was quite a fast wave, so you needed the angle takeoff there. Oh, this is looking good. The side paddles are good. The look's great. The lean is halfway. The lean is halfway on this one. You are leaning, but not quite enough. So you just what, a half foot too low. You do manage to climb, but it's just a little bit too late on that one. And then this one, you just stop paddling too soon. Yeah, you stop paddling, you should be doing 1, 2, 3 paddles there, and then into the look and the lean. So remember, that exercise we did on the beach where you just look and you lean and then you let go with one hand, that's the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Great. You're looking, I think this might have been your first wave actually. You're looking kind of here-ish. I'd maybe change that, but what we can see this time for sure is the bottom of the board. So that is going to work. And yes, it does. High line, cruising, flying along the wave. Excellent, Jesse. I'm stoked for you. That's a really good wave. That put a smile on your face, didn't it? Good for you. And what do you know? You did one right as well. Okay, remember those extra paddles? I think I did talk to you about this when I said I wasn't going to push you, but I did in the end just because I felt like you stopped paddling a little too soon. But the look and the lean is great. We know you're going to get your high line there. That's fantastic. And on this one, you did a little bit of footwork for me. Right there, nice. Excellent. Excellent, Jesse. I'm really, really happy with how those ones worked. And honestly, the rest of the clips, those worked really well. So well done. The big thing I would say with your turns, okay, is
Alright, that's it for today's breakdown. Thanks for watching, we hope you find this analysis insightful. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, it helps us keep bringing you more in-depth coaching content. And if you're looking for personalized feedback on your own surfing, then don't hesitate to reach out. See you on the next one.